Hello, everyone, and welcome back to Soul Standing. My name is Beth, and I am here today with two quick book reviews for you. As you may know, I've been participating in middle grade March, and this past week I completed Inside Out and Back Again by Thana and Upside Down Magic, which is by several authors: Sarah Milnowski, Lauren Miracle, and Emily Jenkins. So these two books are not at all similar to each other, except in that they are both focused on a middle grade girl finding a new home. Now, let's start with Inside Out and Back Again. This book is based a lot on Sanha Lei's experience when she had to leave South Vietnam with her family. And they went to Alabama, and the students at her new school were not very nice. But it covers so much more than that. It talks about what South Vietnam is like or was like before they had to flee it. And so you begin, it's all written in verse, but you begin 1975, their Tet, which is their New Year's. And then during the following year, things get worse and worse, and they wind up having to flee. And then it talks about the decisions they had to make, talks about living on the boat, it talks about finally getting to Alabama, and then it talks about the way her and her mom and her brothers um, all react to being in America in Alabama and dealing with things like they've changed their religion to Christianity so that they could get a sponsor, and people calling them names and deciding that they don't want to go to college, or they do want to go to college, but they don't want to be what mom wanted them to be. All the things that happen as you grow up, but with that added horribleness of being an immigrant in the mid 70s because of the war. I gave this book a 4 stars. It didn't hit me as much as I thought it was going to. I've seen a lot of people read this that were just like, I cried, and this was so powerful, and it is a really important book, and it was really powerful, but it did not hit me. It did not make me cry. It made me very sad, but it didn't make me cry. It did not hit me like I thought it was going to. So it got a 4 stars instead of a 5 stars, but it is very beautifully written. It is another one that is completely written in verse that I think children of all ages could, should, and would read and enjoy. All right, the other book, Upside Down Magic. This one, guys, it's the first in a series, and it is about this little girl named Nori who is going into the 5th grade. And in her world, basically, this is an alternate reality where it's our world, but instead of it being, our world magic free, everybody has magic. Um, you go through the first four, cat is throwing things around. You go through the first 4 years of elementary school all together, and then you test for your particular magic. So there are flickers who have fire magic. There are fluxers who, sorry, there are flickers who can turn invisible and turn other things around them invisible. There are flares who have fire magic, can toast marshmallows and light things on fire. There are fuzzies who can basically charm any animal. There are flyers who can fly. And then there are fluxers, and the fluxers are those who can change. So Nori is a fluxer, and she can turn into animals, but the magic is supposed to be this one thing. Okay, there's a box. When you are a fluxer, you can change into a cat. You can change into a dog. You can change into an elephant. You cannot change into a skunkafat, which is part skunk, part elephant. You cannot change the size of your animal. You cannot be a bitten or a dritten, which are a dragon kitten and a beaver kitten. However, somehow Nori does those things. And so in Upside Down Magic, she is sent away. Her father is the headmaster of a very prestigious uh, school, upper school for magic. And she fails because she turned into a Dritten. She flew around, she lit stuff on fire. She had a good old time, but that's not what she was supposed to do. So they send her away to live with an aunt that she doesn't really know and to attend a school that has upside down magic class. And in Upside Down Magic class, they're trying to teach you to get in touch with your feelings and understand your magic. She doesn't think that's how you're supposed to do it because, like I said, her dad is the headmaster at a prestigious school. But things go on from there. And it's all about her figuring out who she is and making friends and just enjoying where she's at. And I'm not going to tell you any more than that because I think you ought to pick it up. I gave this one a 4 out of 5 stars as well. And I'm looking forward to continuing on with the series. Probably in middle grade May because we're so close to the end of March. I may not go ahead and pick up the next one. But I did thoroughly enjoy it and think that people ought to get it. So here are the two books that I finished this past week and wanted to talk to you guys about. And I will talk to you later. Please give it a big thumbs up if you enjoyed this video. Subscribe if you're new. And holler at me down in the comments. Let me know what you thought of these two if you've read either one of them. I'll see you again soon.